Sovereign Energy 5D, Sacred Boundaries and Relational Prosperity. Quantum Opening. Your mind becomes the living laboratory where reality learns to take form, and your heart becomes the altar where every boundary turns into luminous architecture for love and prosperity. Section 1. Deep Gaze into Sovereign Energy, the House of Your Light. Sovereign energy rises like a sun inside the chest and pours itself into the edges of your life as clarity, dignity, and presence. It feels like a sturdy house built of transparency and devotion. Walls made of truth, doors made of consent, windows made of discernment, floors made of grounded breath. In this house, every room holds a frequency, and every frequency holds a promise. The archetype of the queen or king walks these corridors with a crown of humility and a mantle of self-respect. Not a crown of dominance, but of inner order. The magician tends the hearth with intention and symbolic acts. The warrior guards the door with compassionate strength, saying yes to what amplifies life and no to what fractures it. The lover curates softness without sacrificing form. The sage inscribes lessons into the beams with a steady hand, transforming experience into wisdom. Every boundary is a line of poetry written on the skin of your field. Every no is a yes to deeper alignment. Every yes is a commitment to shared growth. When sovereignty runs through the rivers of your nervous system, your voice sweetens, yet becomes unmistakably clear. Prosperity begins to relate to you as a trusted partner because it recognizes a house that can hold the harvest without leaking it. Sovereignty is not isolation. Sovereignty is relational presence. It does not build walls to escape the world. It builds membranes to circulate love intelligently. A cell thrives when its membrane knows what enters, what stays, and what leaves. You thrive when your psychic membrane learns the choreography of exchange. In that dance, intimacy and abundance breathe together. Your soul's journey honors cycles. There are moments to open the gates and moments to close them. There are seasons of pruning and seasons of flowering. In the hard winters of confusion, sovereignty becomes the blanket that protects the sap. In the summer of manifestation, sovereignty becomes the trellis that guides the vines toward the sun. The deeper your roots in self-respect, the wilder your branches can sing. Section 2. Scientific and Psychological Foundations. Humanistic Pillars. Humanistic psychology places the flame of self-actualization at the center of the inner home. Authenticity nourishes that flame. Unconditional positive regard waters it with safety. Congruence aligns your inner and outer behavior so you stop creating friction against yourself. Values clarify priorities, and priorities unclutter your time, your nervous system, and your calendar. Every boundary then becomes a value made visible. Autonomy and relatedness coexist. Attachment research shows that secure bonds rise from consistent signals and self-anchoring. When you articulate needs and limits, your nervous system stabilizes. When you listen to the needs and limits of others, trust becomes structural. Sovereignty blossoms precisely because connection has roots. Kako. Transpersonal bridges. Transpersonal psychology widens the house into a temple. The self extends beyond the personality without bypassing it. Archetypal patterns breathe through you. Dreams bring messages. Synchronicities align pathways. States of expanded awareness reveal that the boundary is not a wall but a permeable veil responsive to intention. Neuroplasticity confirms that repeated heartfelt focus rewires synaptic maps. Mindful attention modifies reactivity. Breathwork oxygenates decision-making. Compassion practices release oxytocin and soften defensive postures while maintaining clarity. Guided imagery co-creates new inner landscapes, and those landscapes remodel your behavioral highways. When sovereignty meets neuroplasticity, new pathways appear. The no that once felt impossible becomes embodied. The yes that once felt dangerous becomes safe. The voice that once trembled begins to resonate as a tuning fork for healthy reciprocity. Relational prosperity as a systemic field. Prosperity loves coherence. Money, opportunities, and nourishing people are sensitive to energetic clarity. A leaky boundary field generates mixed signals. Mixed signals dilute magnetism. Clear boundaries generate clean signals. Clean signals generate steady resonance. Steady resonance invites mutually beneficial exchange. Prosperity then feels less like chasing and more like choreography. Section 3. Applied Biodecoding. When the body speaks, the boundary. Biodecoding invites a compassionate inquiry into the symbolic language of the body. It does not replace medical care. It complements it through meaning. Persistent symptoms deserve both professional attention and soulful listening. Skin and membrane themes. The skin mirrors contact. Rashes, irritations, or breakouts sometimes echo unprocessed boundary stress. The skin speaks in metaphors. Too much contact, too little contact, contact that felt unsafe, or the pressure to be impermeable. When you verbalize a boundary that your skin has been carrying, relief often arrives as a softening of inner tension. Immune system narratives. The immune system recognizes self and other. Chronic overwhelm can blur that recognition. People-pleasing may silently ask immunity to tolerate everything. Sovereignty teaches the inner guardians to discriminate with love, restoring the sacred distinction between me and not me. Gut and assimilation. The gut receives, digests, and extracts. Bloating or heaviness sometimes parallels emotional overconsumption. When your life receives more than it can assimilate, your belly becomes the spokesperson. Boundaries become digestive enzymes for experience. Saying no becomes a peristaltic wave that keeps energy moving. Liver and anger alchemy. The liver metabolizes toxins and also symbolizes metabolized anger. Repressed anger can create a slow burn beneath the ribs. Boundaries transform anger into instruction. The heat that once scorched becomes fuel for action and clarity. Neck and voice. Tension in the throat, jaw, or neck may encode unsaid limits. Each clear sentence relaxes a muscle fiber. Each aligned word invites the cervical spine to hold your crown with ease. A path of release. 1. Name the body area and thank it for guarding you. 2. Name the boundary message it has been carrying. 3. Write a clean sentence that the body wanted you to say. 4. Speak it aloud, calmly and slowly. 5. Breathe 3 cycles into the area and imagine golden membranes restoring integrity. 6. Pair this with professional support when symptoms persist. Your body becomes an illuminated manuscript. Each symptom becomes a paragraph. Sovereignty becomes the translator. Discuss Section 4. Quantum NLP Tools. Reprogramming for Sacred Boundaries. NLP offers precise instruments that you can sanctify with intention. These are stepwise maps for your inner choreography. 4.1 The Boundary Compass Anchor. Purpose. Install a rapid somatic cue for clear yes or no. Steps. 1. State selection. Recall a memory where you embodied clear, compassionate firmness. If no memory appears, imagine one vividly. 2. Amplify. Breathe into chest and spine. Enlarge posture by 1 inch. Imagine a gold circle around you. 3. Anchor. Press thumb and middle finger together. Whisper inwardly, sovereign and soft. 4. Stack. Repeat with 2 more memories of clarity. Each time, press the same fingers. 5. Test. Imagine a mild boundary scenario. Activate the anchor. Notice calm solidity and relaxed breath. 6. Future pace. Visualize the next conversation where clarity is needed. See yourself using the anchor, speaking 1 clean sentence, and feeling complete afterward. 4.2 The Sacred No Script. Purpose. Deliver a no that strengthens the field. Template. Appreciation. I value this connection. Boundary. I do not have capacity for this request. Offer, I can propose a smaller version on Friday, or I can share a resource that fits. Closure, thank you for understanding. Practice aloud until the words sit in your mouth like pearls. 4.3. The Sovereign Yes Filter. Purpose. Accept invitations without self-abandonment. Criteria. Alignment with values. Respect for time and nervous system. Reciprocity in energy. Growth without coercion. Joy signal in the body. If 4 of 5 are met, proceed. If fewer, renegotiate terms or decline gracefully. 4.4. The Golden Membrane. Visualization. Purpose. Fortify your energy field before and after interactions. Flow. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Imagine a golden membrane forming 1 arm's length from the body. Set permeability, love and truth in, manipulation and chaos out. Bless every participant in the upcoming interaction with clarity and goodwill. After the interaction, exhale any residue as gray smoke and recoat the membrane with liquid light. 4.5 Parts Integration for People-Pleasing. Purpose. Harmonize the helper and the guardian. Steps. Place left hand on heart for the helper. Place right hand on belly for the guardian. Tell the helper that service remains sacred. Tell the guardian that protection is honored. Invite both to design a shared contract. Service with consent, generosity with capacity, kindness with truth. Inhale as hands move together to the solar plexus. Exhale as both parts merge into sovereign stewardship. 4.6. The Swish of Identity. Purpose. Replace the image of self-abandonment with the image of sovereign presence. Sequence. Picture the old microsecond before you cave in. In the opposite corner of inner vision, place a bright image of you upright, grounded, and calm. Swish quickly from old to new 5 to 7 times. Lock in with a deep breath and the phrase, I choose congruence. 4.7 Language of Clean Edges. I am available for. I am not available for. My rate for this is. My timeline is. I will reply by. This does not align with my priorities now. Thank you for your honesty and clarity. Language is architecture. Each sentence lays a brick. Section 5. Spiritual Perspective and Christic Consciousness. Christic consciousness tastes like undivided love guided by luminous discernment. It is the rose and the thorn in holy accord. The rose shares fragrance without self-violation. The thorn protects the stem without hatred. Unity does not erase difference. Unity sanctifies it. The body of the whole needs distinct organs to thrive. Sovereignty turns individuality into a gift to the one. Buddhist emptiness whispers that form is openness shaped by intention. Boundaries become forms carved from spaciousness. When you plant a boundary in emptiness, you plant it in love. There is no need for aggression. There is no need for collapse. Only the clarity of a mountain stream deciding its banks and then singing within them. Psychomagic invites symbolic acts that speak to the unconscious in the language it loves, images, gestures, objects, and ritual time. When a symbolic act seals a boundary, the unconscious relaxes because it receives a scene it understands. When the unconscious relaxes, behavior stabilizes. In the broader field, guides and higher intelligences approach with respect when your field signals self-respect. Clear boundaries become a beacon that says, enter with honor. The subtle planes respond to that radio signal and amplify it. You then attract collaborators, mentors, clients, and partners who vibrate with reciprocity. Prosperity follows coherence, like a tide follows the moon. Section 6. Integrative Ritual, the Covenant of the Golden Door. Intention. Consecrate your field as a temple of clean exchange, where love circulates with intelligence and prosperity anchors without leakage. Materials. 1 simple candle, a small bowl of salt, a glass of water. A coin that feels symbolic, paper and pen, preparation. Silence your devices. Sit upright. Place the candle in front of you, the water to the right, the salt to the left, and the coin at the center. Breathe in for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 8, 5 cycles. Ritual sequence. 1. Light. Light the candle and declare, "This flame guards my clarity." 2. Salt. Touch the salt and declare, "This earth remembers my limits." 3. Water. Touch the water and declare, "This flow purifies my exchanges." 4. Coin. Hold the coin and declare, "This value circulates in fairness." 5. Writing. On paper, write 3 non-negotiable boundaries in I language. Example, I reply within my working hours. I honor my rates. I rest when my body requests rest. 6. Sealing. Fold the paper and place the coin atop it. Breathe golden light into both. 7. Membrane. Visualize the golden membrane around you. Set permeability with a calm voice. Love and truth in. Manipulation and chaos out. 8. Gratitude. Offer gratitude for all relationships that taught you the shape of your yes and no. 9. Close. Extinguish the candle with your breath as a seal. Keep the folded paper in a place of work or creation. Carry the coin during key conversations for 1 lunar cycle. Daily micro-practice. Before any important message or meeting, touch the coin or press thumb to middle finger. Whisper, sovereign and soft. Exhale through the nose and drop the shoulders by 1 millimeter. Speak 1 clean sentence. Move on. Desi. High vibration closing. Master axiom. Clear love multiplies. Leaky love divides. 24-hour quantum challenge. Declutter a microleak. Choose 1 app notification to disable. Choose 1 pending conversation to complete with 1 clean sentence. Choose 1 commitment to renegotiate or reaffirm in writing. Journal 1 paragraph titled, "My field is a temple." Celebrate with 1 glass of water blessed with the word clarity. Activation code. Whisper 3 times with a gentle, grounded breath. Rai Taj. On the exhale, imagine a golden circle sealing around your chest and throat. Place the right hand on the solar plexus and the left hand on the heart. Finish with a tiny smile as a physical signature. Final blessing. Your boundaries become bridges for reciprocity. Your voice becomes a bell that calls in aligned companions. Your house of light becomes a marketplace of sacred exchange, where beauty and truth are the only currency. Con amor, Andrew.